Jar and Silas. I guess you're led with that one.
Mostly
I
groups.
believe that's all of you. Oh, there's a double comma after because I didn't ignore that. So, you all awaken in your various groups. I say awaken as in you literally... Let me say this as well. You are kitted up. Just by going to bed in whatever disposition of attire you go to bed in, you wake up geared up. This includes your bombs, your javelins, all of that. I will say, for Alisander, and I guess Deet, who you're with Alisander, there is a much brighter glow about your neck and spinal column. Almost giving this sort of corona effect around your head. This halo. And to you, Alisander... Oh wait, no, Oriana's in on this too, right?
Yeah.
Oriana, you as well. You also have a glow about your head and spinal column. Might like Dead Space, I guess, for the spinal column bit. Anyways, you two can actually see a tether extending from about a few feet above you and a few feet ahead of you and a couple feet above you. Like this sort of line, this sort of semi-slack strand that leads out to other parts of this nightmarish Imperium. You see one larger one, or rather, the strand frays into other segments, one of which is much stronger, much brighter, much thicker, but it does end up fraying into other directions several times, or several different smaller strands. So,
I think Alisander will. We not really wake up, but we are suddenly in this place that seems somewhat familiar, vaguely, to Alisander, I guess. His hand will immediately go for his gun, and he noticeably seems to relax a little bit when he feels his hand wrap around its handle, and he will take it out and turn towards Deet and say, "You've been here before, correct?"
I think so. It seems familiar.
I will say to River Company people, this is not the same as the nice, illustrious building you were in before. This is shit. It's like, oh yes, I was in the Russian Grand Chapel versus I'm now in the middle of the Salt Lake Desert. Right? It goes from the best, richest, ritziest place in terms of religion in the world to Salt Lake City.
Does it visually match up with what the woman described that we found sleeping after Leko's trial?
Correct.
Okay.
Vanessa Armani.
I told you that last week after looking through my book. Don't act like you know it.
But as
you have that knowledge because of me.
As O did put it in the chat, yes, you guys are outside the city now. Before you guys were in the city.
Yeah, wasn't there a whole door that had stuff all goopy over it, like?
Oh yeah, sort of like that right there.
Yeah, like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That sort of cancerous black ichor does grow into the cracks in the ground too, by the way. Not to the point where every time you take a step, the rock, the ground you're stepping on sinks into the earth and you hear a squishing sound. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Let's see. Oriana and Nushka, roll your perception.
Don't have guidance.
Yeah, you guys can again just leave it on me, just not count it. Nushka and Oriana, you guys can hear Alisander. He's about 60 feet above you, 2 ridges over. You guys are in this sort of valley, this sort of cavern, this ravine, to use Minecraft terms.
Can she just,
you guys can hear his voice bouncing off the walls down to you.
Awesome. Okay, so Oriana's connected to TAC-Link. Does she also see those strands that you were describing?
Correct. There is one that one of the thicker one goes up.
Thicker one goes up. Does it look like one of the strands splays off in the direction that he is?
That's a thicker one.
That's a thick one. Okay, cool. She's just gonna like whistle, I guess.
Deet and Alexander. Deet and Alexander, you hear the you hear the whistle. Silas and Sajar, roll me your perception.
Hey.
Come on, we gotta roll good.
And you just go suddenly looking for enemies because this dumbass was just very, very loud in a very dangerous spot.
Oh, we're
coming
coming
back,
back,
baby!
baby. We're coming back.
Nice.
Silas, you do not hear the whistle. You and Sajar are on this little, I guess you would call it an island. I guess it's like this patch of relatively intact ground, so it doesn't have all the cracks and everything in it, but it's surrounded by this network, this veiny network of black ichor, like the one you guys saw at the door. You guys are in sort of this little pocket cave, and there are 3 exits out, and Sajar, nat 20, Sajar, you hear a whistle come out from the rightmost one. Oh, so that's your 20, congratulations.
Yeah. Keeping my voice low, I will just mention this. I hear whistle the other.
And Silas, you peek up your ears to hear anything, but you don't not hear it, I'm afraid.
Do we follow it?
Yeah, I don't think we've got any other direction to go. We'll check.
Lead the
Oh.
way.
Question. Oriana does have a bit of penchant for music. Has she ever whistled before? Like you guys are traveling. What's up? It's you.
I mean, I do it passively a lot of times, so I'll just say yes.
Then, yeah, Sajar, you would know that's Oriana's whistle.
Ah.
Because she's done it before. You got nat 20, so...
Oh, that must be Oriana. I recognize that cadence.
that lack of river.
The poetry, it sings true.
Yes.
So, moving back around.
Oh, God damn my eye. Goddamn.
Oriana gets tea in her eye.
Yes, somehow. The Nightmare Imperium.
Nightmare tea.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
tree goop.
This is why I shouldn't have gone to the Nightmare and fuck, what's the word?
You got it. You got the twins.
No, I don't.
No, she
No.
doesn't.
Fuck, I really don't. Never mind. Moving on. Emporium!
well,
That's it!
Hey!
Damn it.
Should have gone there.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So there is an edge that Alexander and Dee could look over.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Trying-
drawing up stuff. So for you, I'll use
Okay.
this teal.
Real
You and
quick.
Deet are one up, and then they're... This is top down.
Okay.
Top down view.
Okay.
Right, we're in the pit.
Yeah, I guess I could start dropping you guys on the field, can't I?
Not a bad idea. Fight's not gonna pop off.
If it pops off on this map, I don't know what I'd do if I'm being honest.
While you're setting that up, Alexander is creeping towards the edge
I guess
and
you
like
two-
trying to look down, and if he doesn't immediately notice anything, he'll like start clicking his tongue, like as if he's like echolocating. Like yeah,
You turn into the Batman.
Yep.
Are you able to like reach out to the strands?
You can't see the strand.
I thought those on the tackling could see it.
Did Deet sign on to the tech link?
Oh, I guess
Oh.
she was.
I never got confirmation on that.
No.
Okay, fair.
There you have it then. This would also be like this entrance and this entrance.
Oh, but he did say that the big one would be pointing towards like downward.
Yes.
Yeah. So Alexander will like kind of reach forward and would his hand like phase through it?
It does phase through, but you do feel like a bit of resistance, sort of like pushing against like harsh wind.
So he like look back towards Dee and say, "Do you have any idea what this is?" Pointing at nothing in front of him.
It puts a nothing. What is this bullshit?
Air?
Dee just gives a very confused look and says, this is some kind of mind fuckery.
That's a very fair response, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, you inspire such confidence. Never sarcasm, hun.
And Redane, roll me your perception. I'll say do it with advantage because I'll just have you roll on behalf of the NPCs as well. Ooh, let's go, baby.
Ooh.
You hear Alessander and Deet speak, and I would say to Orion and Anushka, you guys already succeeded, so you guys are hearing them speak this whole time.
Oh, yeah. But...
Redane, you, Kasai, and Amber are in this sort of I don't know what the term for it is. I'm gonna look up the word I'm thinking of. Not a vestibule. That's the wrong thing. It's sort of like almost like a hollowed out tree, but it's not a tree that's around you. It's stonework, ground, and stuff like that. As if you took two cliffs and bashed them together on the tip, and then there's a sort of zone, this sort of triangular zone in the middle of them, sort of like making this A formation. There are two ways out, one ahead of you and one behind you. They're very thin, narrow gaps, and you guys are sort of trapped in this chamber. But you do hear Alessander and Deet speak through the backward one.
Okay, but we're like trapped in a.
You guys can shimmy through, probably. I mean, it's uncomfortable, but you're not mixed screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would just like silently point this out to Amber and Kasai.
Amber's like looking all around, like, what the fuck is this shit? Kasai is Northern Never. She's used to it. She nods at you.
And then try to make my way out.
Okay. If that's the case, you begin shimmying through the crack out, reaching what I guess is sort of more light, I guess. Barely any different. And you shimmy out and you end up here. And Kasai and Amber follow behind you. Alessander, you're like looking around doing your echolocation. I guess.
He's like trying to make a noise in response to that whistle.
Yeah, so Anushka and Oriana, you're hearing this, and then as you're looking over Alessander, you see Redane like shimmy out from underneath you, essentially. This, I don't know, 30-some foot tall difference between the tier you're on and the tier that's below you.
Yeah, they popped out like there kind of thing.
Basically, yeah.
So
You go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, around Silas and me, is there like a lot of
Goop.
black tendrils and stuff, or could we conceivably, or so we would have to find a way over or through?
You could find a way over. That'd be super easy. Super easy in terms of like that'd be the easiest pick. You could try to very narrowly step through the gaps if you can find a path through after looking at it. Sort of like stepping in a minefield.
Yeah, okay.
You could try to do that. If you really don't want to touch it at all.
Yeah. How far of a distance would we need to traverse to get
the tendrils?
Relative safety.
The tendrils sort of begin like stinting and shrinking and stopping. Again, sort of like blood vessels. Like, you don't see big blood vessels on the tip of your finger. That'd be pretty fucked up. Mm. It tapers out around 20 feet out.
Wait, you don't?
20 feet.
Okay, oh, Mr. Muscle Man, I saw you in that shirt. Get out of here. No, I don't have a major artery running through the tip of my finger. Cuts my finger, chopping vegetables, bleeds out, dies. Yeah, no, I don't. So yeah.
There's-
Silas, are you able to bamf over through this? I can move myself like sand, but I don't know about you.
I'm guessing I'm not supposed to touch whatever that is, and so I'll also point to the black tendril things.
Last time we were here, I got a really bad sort of vibe from this. So personally, I would prefer not.
What kind of vibe? You mean vibe?
Like-
Did you touch it? I don't remember.
No, I did not. It's the kind of "I will eat your soul" kind of vibe, if I remember.
Ah, how pleasant. And Celsa will look at it and be like, I mean, the only option is to try. I don't think I could balance on your shoulders and you could carry us both.
No, it's a one person kind of trick.
Lead the way and I'll do my best.
All right. So Jar will sand step 30 feet towards where he heard Oriana's whistle. See if
Oh
he
yeah,
can get
you're not at the mouth of the entrance, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be like over here, I guess. Shoot.
Yes, I also try to. You said that if I look, you said we could look at it and see if there's like little cracks or whatever we could step on to.
Yeah, little pockets that there aren't stuff. There's not like them growing out to. Yeah.
I also try to study it for a minute to try and get a path.
Okay. Roll me a perception.
Will do. And hope I don't
Can
get
I-
caught.
Or investigation, I guess, either one. I think that's
My
fair.
perception
Can I
is almost
assist in that?
definitely better.
Try to communicate how it looks like from the other end.
Sure, you can get advantage then, Silas.
All right.
I would say
can
Oriana
do-
and Nushka, as these two are verbally communicating back and forth about this, you can hear their voices down the ravine you're in.
Okay.
Can I
Silas,
just
27? Oh yeah, there's definitely a path that you can work with here. To the point where I give you advantage on whatever next check, which might be like acrobatics or athletics or something like that to get out of this.
So as soon as Silas has a path, they'll just go for it
Roll me your choice of athletics or acrobatics.
with advantage.
With advantage. Let's
Nice.
go.
Ooh, there we
So you
go.
ever seen like Mission Impossible or Catwoman or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Silas, you begin like stepping very ever so delicately and sort of like there are a couple of times where you stumble, but there are also times where you stumble on purpose, tumble as I would call it, to keep momentum moving through this again minefield of tendrils. So Jar, you're watching this. It's a hell of a display. Quite the cat burglar.
See, well, this is happening because obviously
That's
there's,
very
there's
impressive,
probably a,
Silas.
Thank you. Silas will take a bow.
I deserve a bow.
yeah. So I imagine there's like a fair bit of noise going on. There's this
Yeah,
clicking up here, and then there's the chatting from this thing and tumbling and everything, and
Alice
the
Sanchez.
Jane trying to get out of a tree, like
It's not a
Like-
tree. It's like the earth, essentially.
oh, earth
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
the birthing basically.
Yeah, the earth.
Um,
Yeah, earth.
Yeah,
birth.
the earthing birth. Yeah.
Earth.
Oh my god. Yeah, can Initiative just
Yeah.
quickly look around and see if it's attracting any attention, like maybe those like wraith things we fought last time
Certainly,
is definitely
certainly.
on her mind. There's
Roll me your perception.
Also, for the
Yes,
sake of
yes,
Alcine's
yes.
clicking, can he see Anushka?
can-
Oh,
and-
never mind.
You can't see Anushka and Oriana. No, the curve of the
You can see
slope. is-
Redain come
You can, yeah,
out
you
of
can see
the womb.
Redain. Yeah, yeah, you can see them come out of the womb. Yeah.
I will stop clicking
Well.
immediately.
Why? Oh no, I'm gonna save it. Actually, I'm gonna save it.
As
I
far as
wanted
you
to assist.
Anushka, like looking forward and back, looking to the lip of the cliffs and stuff like that, you don't see anything.
God damn it. I tried. I kind of want to use my inspiration, but I also really don't.
Don't worry about it. If something's gonna pop up, we're
I mean,
Well, no,
you
we're
ever,
screwed if you figure that out.
I mean, you never know. Someone might steal it from you or something. That'd be fucking crazy though.
Yeah, what a wild concept, am I right?
How
You
difficult
guys
does it
would
look like?
never do that.
No, that's nah.
I know, nah.
What are you asking? Garth?
How difficult does it seem to like scale this?
Oh, it looks super easy.
Okay.
Is that like Oriana easy or like Anushka easy?
Both of you easy. Like
Oh,
I'm trying to find it. Fred, you might know this place I'm talking about. It's like a Scandinavian. It's like a place, not a specific place, but a type of geological style where there are these sort of not curved stones that are like eroded down to make it all this sort of like hexagon or octagonal formation, and they're like near rivers and stuff. I know where they show up in Dragon Age Inquisition. They show up on the freaking first coast thing that you.
They're called, I think, giant boulders or troll boulders here. The old belief is that the giant threw them there.
Let's see. No, not this. Not this.
No, that is what happened. It was a giant.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, right?
I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
I've seen it.
Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, so it'd be super easy for you guys to climb up. Like, there's a lot of footholds and handholds as you guys are going around.
Yeah. I mean, if we are scaling it,
things.
Some of them do have some growing out the sides of them or growing on the edges of them, but a lot of it doesn't have it growing directly on it.
if Oriana's climbing, I'm just going to very deliberately just step where she steps.
Yeah.
Or Anushka will anyway.
I believe
He's
they're up
a
there.
monk.
We should probably meet up sooner than later.
Probably I don't like being see.
Smart.
Normally, the expression is seekers lead the way, but in this case, you'll be leading the way.
Ew.
Your choice of what you want to roll, of athletics or acrobatics, you want to start climbing.
Athletics or acrobatics. I am proficient in both. Let's go with acrobatics, because that's fun. I haven't done
I
that.
found a picture from Dragon Age Inquisition.
Don't suck.
Oh,
Okay.
this thing. Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck that's called.
Oh. I have Kensai die turned on, not guidance, because I'm a dumbass. Doesn't matter, don't
What's
have
it
guidance.
with me in like 11s? Jesus, that's like the third one I've
You
got.
will have an 11. Does she have like advantage from like falling behind Oriana, or does that not affect that at all?
This is not a matter of investigating where to climb. It's a matter of just your physical acumen and being able to do so.
That's
Anushka, you do begin to slip and fall, but you do manage to maintain your holding.
That's good. I'm stuck in a hole.
It's not terribly hard. Again, this is super easy territory to work with.
That's fine.
So if it's like a DC 11 or something.
All right, all. So yeah, we're free to move ourselves up to the next ridge and so on. Or next tier rather. Yeah, Redane, Alessander, D. You guys see one of them much more handily than the other. The two of them climb up.
2-finger salute.
To Sajar and Silas, you guys can hear the sounds of Anushka struggling, which is apparently a sound you guys are familiar with. I guess like
you just help her like just like Nevros like curses as she's going up as well. It's like,
some swears and Nevros. You're just like it's Anushka.
Is there anything blocking our way here, or can we just?
No, you can just walk through. It does narrow, not to the point where you have to shimmy through, but it's like, I don't know, by like 2 feet wide, so you do have to like sort of turn to your side, like side profile, and slip through that way, but it's not like you have to like touch and hug the walls or anything.
Does it lead
start shimmying that way.
down? Like, will we be down here then?
You guys are on the same elevation.
So we're up here, like up here.
No, you guys, this cave you guys are in is on the same elevation as the ravine.
Okay, so then yeah, we'll come out into the ravine.
Yes.
Yeah, start moving.
I'm going.
You guys look around and you see, roll me your perception.
Alright,
Listen, the DC's like 12, alright? I'm saying there's a chance you might miss it, though.
There
In which
very
case
much
this-
is a chance.
In which case, okay, so moving
Not
on.
this
Yeah,
time.
you guys can see Anushka, like, not dry heaving, but she's just,
I just pat her on the back lightly.
40 feet over there.
just like suck your blood. That was terrible.
Alessander,
Yeah.
Oriana. It is a string to every single person here,
That's about what I figured.
and a big string to each other.
that explains what this is. And he moves his hand through like the big tether again.
Amber jogs up over to Anushka and gives you a hug. As Alessander waves through the big string, as I'll call it, Oriana, you once again feel a tinkle in your mind. It's sort of like that sensation you ever have like a chill down your spine.
Mhm.
And
I keep doing that. Can I scramble her brain?
One way to find out, champ.
She just like the finger like points at her eyes, points at him. Like
It's just like stop that. I will say to the two of you, by the way, that plus 10 is active, right? Like you guys can call that in
constantly, or
you guys can call in that shit anytime. And given that it's like 10 rounds every minute, I'm just gonna assume you guys constantly can give plus 10s to people, but it's up to you if you choose to abuse it or not.
Everybody gets a plus 10. Just wait 6 seconds.
I'd have been abusing this whole time if I could.
I would have helped. I would have helped Anushka, but I didn't know that was a thing.
I could have gotten up there
Should
with
be
my
one
shame
more.
intact.
My bad. There should be one more, which connects to Amber, because I forgot that she also succeeded on the check.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have to do it.
One big one.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm noticing something. Where's Lambert?
Yeah.
I'll say Oriana just
Oh.
says that in person. It's like, where's Lambert? Everyone else seems to be here.
I mean, you haven't seen Sajar Silas yet, technically.
That's not us. Oh god.
Speaking of Sajar Silas, yeah, you guys can see Anushka being in
Dying.
a state of fatigue, I guess.
so that's a little bit.
Thanks.
That's how you know they're
Congratulations,
here.
it's
You can
real.
hear the snicker.
Anushka, you hear the snicker down in the ravine because sound bounces like that.
She brings her hand over the side of the ravine and flips her the finger.
Take
So let's make the heart with their fingers.
Found them.
Well, that's 2.
So will follow you.
See if I can climb up.
Your ass gets a plus 10. Or
Roll me athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Me too.
Mhm.
Okay.
oh god.
Take a
Well,
plus 10.
All right.
Wow.
Plus 10.
19.
You know what? Pot, meat kettle.
As Silas and Sajar, you two begin climbing. Sajar, this spot in particular is a bit more overgrown with a black ichor than where Oriana and Anushka climbed up. So you're a bit more slowed as a result, and are rather more limited in where you can climb up. Silas, you are the same deal. You're falling behind Sajar, but you are not able to maintain as good of a grip, I guess, even with your cat pad paws. And you actually begin to slip. This is when Oriana and Alessander, you guys can sort of hear and sort of, I guess Oriana can sort of see them, beginning, climbing up and sort of struggling, and in the case of Silas, actually begin falling.
Okay.
And there's a sort of moment, it's almost like this sort of maternal or paternal protection, like parents would have over children, no! Like a sense of sudden dread surges between you two. I'm not saying you guys are parents of these children. Pretty sure is older than Oriana.
Fucking Sass has been lately. It might be at this point.
Fair enough. But yeah, this sort of sense of oh no, surges through you guys, and you guys can actually see the connection, the strands you guys have. We'll say Oriana to Silas off that comment that just happened, and Alessander to Sajar. You can see that link grow immensely bright, just sort of, and then they just sort of recover immediately and climb on up. And Amber gives a hand to pull him up.
It's kind of looks at
Would I notice this happening?
Yes. Well, you don't see the strands, no.
But you see the reaction.
You see, the reactions, and you could see. Actually,
I mean, Oriana's definitely staring
of
off
all
into
the
space.
people, you're the one that has. Roll me Arcana. Roll me Arcana.
He's alive. No, that's good for a +1.
You can sort of sense there's some energy that happened. You don't know necessarily who or what it stemmed from or anything in terms of confirmation, but you can just sort of detect that there's a sort of energy wave that just passed by you.
Yeah, you just look around. What was that?
What was
Dude.
what?
The strand. Did you see the strand there?
No, I felt some.
Oh, there's. I don't know if it's a logical conclusion to be like, oh, it's the tackling, but it's like.
Yeah,
There's-
it's up to you. I could see you going either way.
Yeah.
I think. So the sound's bouncing off the walls of this.
Yeah.
The ravine.
Probably easy
So
enough to catch.
I assume Alexander will.
Yeah.
Alexander will take a knee and kind of whisper, shout down. Oriana, you can see that.
Okay, I'm not going crazy. Yes. What?
See
Ah.
what?
Two people can go crazy.
There's
Oh,
some.
what are you talking about?
There's some strand connecting between all of us, and there seems to be a stronger one between. Looked at the bigger connections. It's like Alexander, me, and Amber.
Why can you see them if we can't? That
This kind of shrugs.
Doesn't matter. Where's Lambert's?
Don't
Well,
know.
looking at the smaller freight. Oh right, no, he was connected to the tackling, wasn't he?
He was.
He was. She looks for like a bigger strand that is like pointing off in a direction that's not like near us.
You got two big strands, one to Alexander, one to Amber.
That's.
Counting the number of tethers, big or not, and then doing a head count. Do I come up with a tether that goes off in some direction with no head?
No.
Okay.
If Lambert isn't here, maybe he had to stay behind, hold the door, so to speak.
perhaps yes.
What's
The
this,
ritual go.
this token?
Right. He's the dreamer, we're the dream.
Are these
Ooh.
headers?
That's
Yeah,
the
that's a
hope.
Verdane, I did get the sense that he was. Oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off, Deet. I did get the sense that this ritual cost him something. I'm not sure what that implies. Maybe